everybody, and welcome back to another video. And we're back with Skate 3. And you know what that means? If we're playing Skate 3, we're gonna be talking about stuff. And if you don't know that, well, welcome to my channel, basically. Yeah, so it's been a bit, I think about 2 months since I made a video like this, or at least published one, you know, like this. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm just back talking about stuff and what goes on in my everyday life, shit like that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't know if you guys can tell if I'm any better at Skate 3 or any worse. It should be worse because I haven't played since the last time I made a video like this. So, well, I guess that's a lie. Technically, I went to a friend's house and we played some Skate 3, but still, I mean, it was only for like an hour or so, so I'm still kind of rusty. Other than that, I mean, I published a video, I think 4 or 5 days ago. It's doing really well. I'm happy about that, and I've been editing videos non-stop, basically. I am not done with the 100 subscriber special. I did work on it for a time, but I decided to keep up on my current work than to, halt for this video. And so far it's going well. I got like the first third of it done. And I don't expect finishing it until maybe a couple months from now, but it is what it is, I guess. I would like it out, and what the crust of it is, the reason it's taking so long is just there's a lot of I want to do something different this time than just hey, I've compiled some clips from the channel and shit like that. I want to do some actual like special stuff, like I'm gonna do a funny times moment, and I'm gonna have like a bunch of stuff you guys haven't seen, like scrapped videos or videos I just couldn't publish for some reason. I'm gonna have some of those in there, so there would be first time new content, so it just won't be jumbled of content that you guys have already seen, but it's going to be some new stuff too that you haven't seen. But also, it's going to be old stuff too. Just it's just kind of the tradition to use those old clips. Since the last time I made a video like this, I have now 2 new series coming out. I have my me and Chase explore Roblox, which is the newest one, and the other one is Gimpy Craft, which I started back in January. So there's a little bit more episodes for that than the other one, but these series are different. I mean, they're gonna have multiple people compared to just me playing a game or something. And I actually edit every video, so this video won't be edited. I mean, I don't think these videos are meant to be edited, at least hopefully not. Just supposed to be me talking and kind of be unfiltered, but not at the same time. But yeah, but I'm only gonna make a couple of these every so while. I think the whole reason that I could be able to make a video every day, for those brief stints I had, like I could, were just the backbone of this channel has been me talking to the camera, and that's like my I need a video out. Oh, let me do a like an update thing or something. So I think I'm gonna cut back on these a lot more. I don't want my channel to be like philosophy and just my life. I want it to be more about playing video games and hanging out with the homies. And I think that's a little bit more positive than what I put out there, to be honest. So for all the people that were really big fans of those videos, if there were any, sorry, I'm gonna do a lot less of those. Hopefully not hopefully like once a month or something. Maybe less than that, maybe twice a month. For one, I think I've just put too much out there. I think I've said too much in general, and I wish I could comb through all those videos and see which ones I want, which ones I don't. But I don't have the time for it, and I'm guessing the passage of time will eventually tell me what things I said in there were wrong and shit. But um, I don't know. I might have to recomb my old videos and see what's good, but I'm just gonna trust myself for now that nothing horrendous is in there. But yeah, but I wanna continue with like what I really wanted to do when I was a kid, when I grew up, like watching YouTube and stuff. Is I always wanted to do like let's plays and stuff like that, and just hang out with the homies. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm doing like let's plays with the homies, and I have a new one coming out. I'm not gonna get it done this week, but sometime the week after next week. I'll be dropping a Castle Crashers series with me, Chase, and Pretext for More, or better known as Ryan. And we're all gonna be playing Castle Crashers. I think it's gonna be a decently long series, I would say, hopefully. Um, but yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna be doing that for a while. I'm gonna have some other stuff. I'm gonna be working on Rampage Chapter 3. Um, Still talking about Rampage, even like 3 years later. Um, yeah, so we're getting that all, you know, figured out. I just realized that I started development um, on Rampage Chapter 2 back in May. Like, I mean, yeah, last year in May, I started filming for that, and we finally got it done by November of this year. Like, Jesus. Fuck. I wish I could talk more about Rampage in a video. I mean, maybe this is the video to do it, but I think I've done it before. Like, what talk about Rampage and kind of the lore-ish thing about it, because I don't think people would. I don't want to be calling the audience dumb or something, but it's kind of not apparent what's going on in the videos, and that's really a liability of the. Well, for one, my cinematography, cinematography, and just like lack of experience for this kind of stuff, um, and intelligence and all the other things. But I really don't know how to like tell a story very well. But I tried. And for two, there's just like the limitations of the hardware and shit. Like there's no voice acting we could do. At least like what we could do right now. We could like up download the video and do voice acting like through the video and stuff. But I mean, it's just I don't really want to do that. It's just I don't know. I feel like it would worsen the videos than make them better. Like you'd be able to understand the plot, but like I don't think they'd be good videos to watch, I guess. So it's really about just camera work and showing stuff like that. And I guess I'll go into Rampage. I think I've probably gone into a video like somewhere else, but I mean I want to make this like a good video that's kind of long. But like Rampage, what it is what it started out was just some video. I was like, oh, I want to make a video and I want to make the longest one I can, so I got it. And the story was because every time I did a Rockstar, which I do a lot of Rockstars, there's like I don't know 20 of them. I could probably do like maybe like a whole list or something, like a whole catalog of my Rockstar editors that I've done over the years. Oh, and I've done a lot. Not almost none of them are good. But I always love like taking pictures and filming and shit. So it was kind of a perfect medium to like put my creativity in. So it was just something nice. And then also Dylan did it a lot. He also made Rockstars that were pretty good. I always thought they're, I mean, they're probably as thick as mine, but I think they were a little bit nicer. And I always thought they were way better than mine. I mean, Dylan was just good at making content in general. Like he was. There's a reason why he has 170 subscribers, which I'm still hoping I could beat one day. But you know, um, but yeah, I mean, he was really good at making good content. A lot of people liked it and shit, but I think now, I think I'm definitely, I'm probably selling myself short. I'd say either as good as him or better, than at making those now, but I don't know. Um, but hopefully in the new Rockstar, or not Rockstar, new GTA that they have a better editor. Because the one now is just not like it's good. It's better than Red Dead's, which is nothing, but um, it's just how do I put it? There's a lot of restrictions that I wish weren't there, especially like the box, because there's a limited box that you can only film in. I wish you could get a lot better, like a lot more range to do those. That's just my only gripe, really, because it's so characters. You'd have to like get on a building and if you want to do like really long shots and stuff, but I don't know. It's a lot of creativity has to go into it because you have to figure out how you want to do shots before you do them. Which I'm not very good at yet, but and then you just also have to like figure out ways around the restrictions and shit. It's just a really hard effort to do that kind of stuff, but I don't know. But yeah, but the lore behind the lore. Let's get into the lore. Bat Pat, please do not sue, please. Um, but basically, how Rampage 1 goes is I think it starts off with the old guy. I call him old guy now because he's old in the newer one. Which I have never given these characters names. I've kind of just called him this is this guy and this is what he does. Maybe I should like formally give them names. It'd probably be easier. There's two characters that have names, but yeah. For one, for one, Jesus. Um, the story is that they're before the prequel, because there is a prequel to Rampage, which it should be in the Rampage thing, but before, so there's an old guy, and the Rampage takes place, this old guy used to be a biker, and he used to run a biker gang before he became like really rich. That's why you see him like with a money suit and him sitting at the table is supposed to like demonstrate his wealth and shit. It's like, oh, this he lives in a nice house. I think that even the music is kind of like that. And then it shows him go from his really nice like CEO building to this like dingy motorcycle club. And it's just kind of just to show you where like he started and stuff, and like that's where he used to work, and there's supposed to be photos with like a bunch of people on there. And it's like, oh, look at all those people. And then I never really like got super into the backstory, like what happened before, but it's supposed to um, it, the whole like motive for him in that is just like there's a rival biker gang or something, and they did something to his whole old crew, and that's why he's angry. I mean, that's kind of the crux of it. Um, and he gets his revenge, epic style, epic style kill, deranged brain. I'm sorry, that's terrible. Um, but yeah, the so then it cuts to him like drunk and him falling asleep, and then it cuts to the young rich kid. So it's kind of like someone that's earned their money and then someone that hasn't earned their money. And the rich guy, he goes down, he robs a gun store with a bicycle, and he kills the guy and steals an LMG, like takes some money and stuff, and he rides up to his like super really nice house. And I think that's the last time before he goes to do like what his like last part is, which the rich kid isn't really in the first one all that much. I'm pretty sure it's really about the old guy, and the old guy he gets a bike, he drives all the way down to Sandy, and then he kills um, a bunch of people there. He kills a bunch of people. Oh yeah, and there's also a scene where I think the old guy goes to the same house. I think that was a plot point that I wanted, is that they lived in the same house. or like not in the same house, but like the same apartment building. I meant. I think that was supposed to be a plot point. There's a certain section that has a song you're not supposed to play, and then I had to cut it out. Another reason I don't really like chapter 1 all that much compared to 2. I don't know if I've ever said that. I don't think I've said that, but I prefer chapter 2 over chapter 1 like leagues above. And then so after that, the kid robs a like a bank, and then the cops come and he gets like overrun, and he has to stay in a car parking lot. Yeah, parking lot. It's car parking lot. He has to hide in a parking lot. He's been shot, and then he has a last stand with the cops, which is pretty sick, pretty sicko mode. And then the old guy, he kills the people, and then he comes back. I think I don't know. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it has cliffhangers at the end. I forgot. With him going to the Yellow Jack and like shooting it up and other shit, and then there's the guy in the cowboy hat, which I've been meaning to show, but it didn't. It just wasn't that great of a character that he came up with, so I didn't put him in. What else? And then, so then, I think that's the whole thing. That's like the whole. That's just like the whole story, basically. That's like, well, that's like. It's that's the very basic fundamentals of what the first episode is. And the reason it's so basic is because it's the first episode. I mean, there's no like really big. It's all there is that's like in depth is about the old guy and how he has like an old history with bikes and shit. So now he's now we're gonna get to the prequel, which is I think Hidden Evil. Which Hidden Evil Part 1 is one of my favorite Rockstar editors like ever. Like even the ones that are good, and that came out, like other people made with voice acting. I still think my Hidden Evil, which is kind of narcissistic, is like one of the best ones I've made. This is like one of my best ones. Okay, I guess I shouldn't put on that because I don't like it more than Chapter 2. Maybe I do. I just love the aesthetic. Okay, I think the aesthetic in this is so much better, at least in the first half, than like almost everything else I've made. I just love the like atmosphere of like the first like 30 seconds or something, and then like everything past that to a certain point, like to the point where he kills that guy with a wrench. Okay, I'm getting into spoilers. So what Hidden Evil is that there's a guy and he fixes satellites like at nighttime, and then he goes to a bar, and then he leaves his truck outside, which I did a really bad job not showing where he parks the truck, and because he comes out of the bar and his truck is gone, and then you also see this ringing of the telephone. And the ringing was an accident, but I kind of like it because it adds like a certain element of like, oh, what is this ringing? Because I put emphasis on it. Emphasis on it, and I kind of built his character then on like with that telephone in mind. Because I thought it was like, oh, it's a mysterious element. Like, what if they did something to his car and his truck? And that's, yeah. But basically, his truck is stolen, and he has to go back to his house. And he goes back to his house. He's super mad because he had to walk all the way there. And if you go through the map and you see, because I actually walked, I walked from there all the way down to the house. Like actually, and it's a long walk, but he was I think it was just to have realism or something like that. And he has this really really nice car, and I don't know why he has that car. Maybe he's like a undercover like assassin or something. Like he's a retired assassin. He just has like a lot of money. But he has this really nice car, and he drives all the way to the like Walmart basically, or the Menards of of the GTA, and he goes in there and he buys a wrench because his wrench was in there. It was like I don't know if you see it. I put it in there, like he puts his wrench in his truck, so he doesn't really care about the truck being stolen. He cares that his like equipment is gone for his job. So he goes gets this wrench, and then this guy here's smoking, and he's pissed. He's like, oh, and he just like lets out and kills him right in front of like. There's no one there, but I mean, there's right in front of the store. And then he goes to his work hella drunk, and he falls over, and he does like he kills some people at his work because he's super angry. Cops come, the cops chase him. He gets away from the cops, which the way I got away from the cops is so weird. I didn't even pay Lester off or anything. It's still really weird. And then he jumps off the crane, but he's actually like he was found by the cops or something, and then he's in this military base, which I never really like kind of thought about what after like how he got there or something. I just assumed that someone found him and he was like important, so they kept him prisoner, and then he's let free, and that's the end of part 1. And part 2 was kind of just a super fast one I made just right after I made chapter 2. I made part 2 of Hidden Evil because I've always wanted to make a part 2, and I still not done with Hidden Evil. I still need to have a backstory for this character, the from Hidden Evil, and the guy from Hidden Evil is in chapter 2, which I'll go over chapter 2 instead of part 2 of Hidden Evil, because chapter 2 it starts off with the young guy, and he gets out of school, and it says 9 years later, and then it says so I think it has another break in time, and he's in this store, and then some guy tries to rob the store, which the guy in the video, that's the other dude, is obviously my boy Ryan. He helped me with this. He helped a lot. Very big kudos to this guy because I had to kill him a lot. Every death you see that I commit on a human player is Ryan getting stabbed, shot, or blown up. So, props to my boy. And chapter 2 was a fucking, like, it's such a nice feeling that it's out, and it was so fun editing it, but the filming, oh my god, the filming. The filming took a long time. There's a lot of things that need to be thought out, and the reason that it took so long to come out is because I had to do a lot of thinking of where the story went after a certain point, and I was also very lazy, but we don't talk about that. So yeah, then so it starts off with the young guy. He gets, then someone arrives the store. He kills the guy. Well, he knocks him out. Like, now, did he shoot him? I don't remember. A long time ago, remember. He shoots him, or kills him, or knocks him out. The cashier guy's dead, and then he runs away, gets on his bike, drives away from the cops, and it just gets out of there. And then I think from there it cuts to the old guy. I think that's what makes the most sense. Old guy is nighttime, so there's a change in time already, and I try to keep the time consistent. So it's the next day, and every nighttime, and he goes to. Is it nighttime? Yeah. Yeah, it is nighttime. Yeah. Okay. He goes to this party. No, there's not a party yet. Yeah, it's just people. It's just him. There's a guy. Sorry, it's hard to remember. Just I don't have it in front of me. So he gets a call to come over there, and he goes over there, and he talks to this guy in white, and the guy in white, it's called Mr. White. That's like his name. He had another name, or didn't have another name, but he served a different purpose on like when I was thinking chapter 2 up, when I had a lot of like big plans for it. Chapter 2 was supposed to be about these two assassins called Mr. Black and Mr. White, and they would wear the same outfit, but they would have inverted colors. So everything that was white on them would be black, and cool. It was just a cool motif I thought of because I watched Pulp Fiction, and I was like, dude, this is sick. I love this. I was also watched like a little bit of Chainsaw Man, but I like the suit thing, and I love like the menacing like this hitmen have like those auras, aurain. I just like that. So I thought of that's how the original one went. Is like he would kill the rich kid, which got out of prison, and they would try to hunt down the old guy. That was my initial plan. But what came out was basically, um, the old guy is scammed. He's sent to go do a hit job, which he's doing hits now, and it's older. It's like I think it's 9 years later from the original Rampage, and it's so he gets um he gets his hit job, he gets set up, he goes back, and then the guy isn't there, and he flies off in a helicopter. And after that, it cuts to the rich kid, which he isn't. I mean, he's still rich, but I mean, it's supposed to be a spoiled kid. He's supposed to be like a spoiled rich kid that got a bunch of money and then like stole because he could, I guess. Um, but he's an adult now. It's like 9 years later. He's like 28 or something like that, and he looks just look. I love the character of the rich kid. Or I need to find a better name for him because he's not like a kid anymore, like portrayed as one. But I love his design. I know it looks like Andrew Tate and it's kind of shitty, but I just like his design. It just looks nice. I don't like Andrew Tate too. I don't. That's not something I really fuck with. Um, but I think he looks cool. And out of like a lot of character designs that I've cooked up, I like his like he's in the top three. He's in the top three easily. Um, but he gets on his bike and he drives somewhere and he's supposed to be meeting someone and he's set up again. Now they're set up. Ooh, enter something blah blah blah. Um, and then so somebody wants to kill this guy and he gets on a bike. And he drives into this alleyway and there's a giant Gatling gun on a back of a fucking truck and it's shooting at him. And that scene, oh my god, it took like 17 to like 30 tries. It was wild. I think it was 17. I put the 30 in there just to make sure. It took a long time. It took like 3 hours. Okay, I'm going too heavy now. I don't remember. Okay, it was a long time. It felt like 3 hours, but I think it was about only an hour. And so that took a long time. And also the editing for that scene took a long time. It was a lot of rearranging angles and telling if I want to use the slow motion for that long, which I think that's the first time slow motion's used in Chapter 2. And I think it's like one of the only times. No, it can't be. Maybe it has to be other times I've used it. I use it too much. But after that, he gets, he gets away. He kills the guy in the gunner, which that was also a hard shot to do that because it doesn't look right when he just shoots at nothing. So I made it that he shoots and you don't see it, and then it pans to him dying, and then it cuts to the guy being dead, and then pans over to that spoiled guy. I'll call him. I should just call him something. I need to. Clark, I guess. Mr. Clark. No, that sounds awful. I don't know, man. I don't know what to call him. I'll call him bald guy. I don't know, man. I don't know. All of it sounds bad. I don't know, but the guy, rich kid, he goes to, he drives away and it cuts to the old guy. And the old guy, oh, I can't remember what he's doing after that. I think he's in his office and he's looking at the board, and then he goes and does something. I forget what he does after that. I don't think he collects intel yet. I think that's after. Is it? No, it has to be. So he goes talks to an informant, I think. I think so. I think that's what happens. And I'm trying to remember now. I think that's I don't remember anything else. It cuts to them. That's the last thing we filmed, by the way, is when he's coming down that alleyway. I think that is. I think he gets the information. He drives off. Then it cuts to it cuts to the younger guy, the younger dude, and he's um, driving, and then he gets hit by a car, and then he's chased by the car, and then he's chased on a speedboat, and then once he kills the guy on the speedboat, which that was really hard to do, to make that, which that was the last thing we filmed during the second session. We had about like 3 sessions because I had to take a break for a bit and edit all of it. And then he gets chased, and then the helicopter comes and he's blown up. But I made it really look bad. So if there's like a Wikipedia thing about Rampage in the future or something, he isn't blown up. I wanted to show like, in movies where like boom, bunch of smoke everywhere and it looks like he's blown up. Well, it obviously the missile's gonna kill me every time, and it's hard to like naturally get that to look like that. It just looks awful, but I want to have it so he lives. So he's gonna be in chapter 3. He's gonna be a different character though. Um, so he gets blown up, quote unquote, and then and then it cuts to the old dude. He goes to the boat. He kills Mr. White. Oh wait! I remember. Part. There's a part in. I don't remember where it's. I think it's before he gets the information. I think it's after this. So there's a one where they're on this yacht and Mr. White, and there's another character that's in black, and his name is Mr. Black. Mr. Black. So Mr. Black is a guy that you're talking. They must have like some association. And after this, after the older guy kills the Mr. White, the guy in all black is oh, I didn't talk about the setup. Well, so earlier the older guy gets set up, and there's a guy sent to kill him, and I forgot to mention that part. Then he kills the other guy, but yeah. So Mr. Black, and then there's a scene um where the older guy gets ran over by Mr. Black and then dies by him. Which is supposed to look like a dream, but you know, I did my best. It doesn't look almost like a dream, but it's supposed to be ambiguous if he actually died or not, or if that's just like a weird vision. And I won't touch on it until chapter 4, which I'm planning on making a chapter 4. I know, it's bad. But yeah, I spent about 22 minutes talking about Rampage, and I'm sorry about that. And I didn't talk about Evil Within, or Jesus Christ, Hidden Evil Part 2, because it's kind of a rush job. I'm not too proud of it. I think it was mostly for like angles and getting good cinematography. But the reason I didn't talk about where the guy from Hidden Evil is because he's actually Mr. Black. He's supposed to be this assassin later, and then Hidden Evil is supposed to be the journey from that crime back then, where oh shit, Kitty, where he got imprisoned, and now Hidden Evil Part 2 takes place where he's in a well, the initial shot is him on Maze Banks tower, and he's falling, and he like jumps off Maze Banks, and he falls super slow until he hits the ground. Then he wakes up in the LA sewer or LA River. I got it right here. And that's up to people to what they think of what that's supposed to mean. I made it as something like cool because I wanted to do something like that, and it has a meaning. And I didn't just make it just because it was cool. I also had like a good like meaning behind it, like why I did it. But and there was a purpose behind it. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, and then he wakes up in the river, and he goes and he robs the store. And I made like this cool like little thing where it's supposed to kind of say that he's like going insane or something. Where he has like this spiral camera effect, and I didn't like have enough time. And another thing that was like a Hail Mary, there's this ringing sound, like the phone ringing, and he goes ballistic again. Um, when he hears that sound, and he kills that guy, and then I think after that he goes and because his car is destroyed, he gets his car is fucked up, and he goes buys some guns. I think I can't remember. I'm trying to remember now. Or something. He kills this guy. I think he buys some guns, and then he goes to this like little cache, and he kills everyone in there, which that scene was really cool. And then he drives away. And his car's still really fucked up, so he's still driving this fucked up car, like it's trashed. There's a door missing by then, and then he just used all the money that he stole from there for what's it called? For his car getting fixed. And then what I want to do with Hidden Evil is I want to make it more cinematographic. Fuck, I'm like having a stroke. Jeez, cinematographic. I can't pronounce that at all. I cannot. Like, it'll be more artsy than Chapter 3 or the Rampage series. Like it's, you know. But yeah, that's basically the whole thing. That's the whole lore. And what I have no plans like for the next for the next Rampage, but I mean, what I have is there's going to be a new character called Burnside, um, which you could, if you use the information I was talking about, you could probably figure out who that is. Burnside, and he's going to have like a, he's going to have something to do with the story, and I don't know yet. I'm thinking about like a revenge, but it's been a lot of revenge. I think it should just be like, I don't know. They've been pretty story based. I wonder if I can just like do like a like an actual rampage. Do like guy with Gatling gun or something. I don't know. That'd be silly. I'll try to do something. And also the rampage moniker. I also want to keep the rampage thing, which I think I did more kills in chapter 2 than. Nah, I can't. That can't be true. No, that cop scene with the rich kid has a lot of people dying. And yeah, but still, I mean, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. What time is it? Oh my God, it's 11? I have to go to school tomorrow. Which I've been hating school with everything I have. I've been just dreading school. I think it's senioritis, for sure, for sure. I had a friend's birthday party I went to, and it was so. I mean, I had two. It was like I don't know how to explain it, cause it just the last year we had those birthday parties, they were fucking crazy, and this year they just like were eh. We mostly just drink alcohol, so yeah. I don't know. It just wasn't that great of a time, you know. Um, and plus a lot of people were passed out and shit like that, and I didn't even like drink basically. So I went home eventually. It was just so boring. I don't know. High school, I don't know. High school weird. Where the hell? Where the hell? I basically don't hang out with like anyone unless they're in school because everyone's so busy. And school itself is just so boring, and I'm having to like try super hard and shit. It's just so done with school. I don't even know what to say about it really. I don't really want to get into it actually. I complain about it so much. It kind of drains me. So I'll talk about something else. I don't know. More stuff. I'm having a lot of like good ideas for videos for once, which is very strange. I should keep like a list or something. And I'm just gonna try to do stuff with people a lot more. Just I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm tired, I guess. I'm gonna stop the videoing.